just mentioned, we are 3 days away and counting from Wild Card Weekend, so that means Eli Manning and those New York Football Giants will take on the Packers at Lambeau for the third time in the playoffs. Both Rodgers and Eli Manning have 2 playoff wins at Lambeau, but one of Eli's wins was against Brett Favre, who believes Rodgers will not only get the win this Sunday, but also on Sunday, February 5th. Here's Favre on his weekly Sirius XM radio show.
Taking emotion out of it, I believe that the Packers are the team to beat, and I believe that they will be in the Super Bowl. I feel like, collectively speaking, they're as close to hitting on all cylinders as possible. Not perfect, and nobody is, but they're super productive on offense. Aaron obviously is playing great. They have a opportunistic defense. I just give the advantage, not just in this game, but this side of the NFL to the Packers.
Teddy Bruschi's in the house. He knows a thing or two about winning.
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year.
Thank
you for being with us. I want to start with Stephen A. on this, though. Stephen A., why is Brett Favre saying this?
He's trying to jinx Aaron Rodgers. That's right, I said it. He's trying to jinx him. He's trying to jinx him. That's what it is, okay? Because we all know that Brett Favre ain't interested in Aaron Rodgers winning more Super Bowls. He's won one in his 20-plus years as a quarterback, 18, 19 years in Green Bay. You know, he only got 1 Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers already has 1. Another one will make 2. I already know he's a bad man, Teddy. I already know this. He's the most talented. That's a talent, not the most successful. But from a talent perspective at the quarterback position, I don't know anyone better that I've ever seen. He's a big-time quarterback. He's one of the best in the game, if not one of the best ever. Brett Favre knows it. He's been reluctant to accept it. He's on the record admitting it. We all have the documentation. So don't tell me that all of a sudden an epiphany has arrived and Brett Favre is a completely new man, that you know what, he wants to hug and sing Kumbaya to Aaron Rodgers and be done with it. No, I think he's trying to jinx him, Max Kellerman, Teddy Bruschi. So I don't think he wants him to win.
Either way, he wins, basically, Brett Favre, because if Aaron Rodgers loses in the playoffs, deep down inside, he feels good.
Doesn't that sound like Brett Favre?
But if he goes on and wins, it's like, I told you.
Doesn't that sound like Brett Favre?
It's a win-win situation.
It's sort of the conflicted mind state, a former player to see his organization that he's left maybe has sometimes. I mean, to see them succeed. Everybody has their own little time frame in terms of, okay, now I've cut the cord, I want you to do well again.
Right.
And so it's maybe Brett Favre.
Not with the guy
so either way, he does win, though.
There we go.
Not with the guy who replaced you, though, who you didn't like. I mean, that's been documented now. These two didn't get along.
That's true.
and who is better than you. Like, I'm sorry. And curious to know what you think about this, but I notice this happened with LeBron James. I don't think it's exactly jinxing. I don't think it's just people with wishful thinking, hoping that it becomes a reality in the universe if they say it. I really don't want him to win. I think the same thing happens with LeBron James in this sense. People who watch LeBron James and people who watch Aaron Rodgers, and I've seen Michael Jordan. Jordan's better than LeBron. Sorry, LeBron. It's probably the second best I've ever seen, but Jordan's the best ever. But a lot of people who look at LeBron say, damn, he might be the best ever. And they have their own personal favorites, Kobe Bryant or whomever else. And so what they do is they start to raise the expectations for LeBron. They raise them to a level where anything less than essentially winning a championship every year, and he has failed. And that's what I think Brett Favre is doing with Aaron Rodgers, because when people look at Aaron Rodgers, and I'll speak for myself, when I look at Aaron Rodgers, I go, that may be the best I've ever seen.
I got to call a timeout, Teddy, really quick. Okay. What if Brett Favre legitimately believes that the Packers have the best chance in the NFC? Well, many believe that.
Right, but I think we're going a little deeper than that now. All right, because if Brett Favre were to say they have a chance at winning, but there are other teams in the NFC that I think are even better chance, like in Atlanta, like in Dallas. So I don't think the Packers are the leading candidate to win, to get to the Super Bowl. It would provide motivation. It would provide motivation to Rodgers. This is what Favre said to you. Everyone's coming to your locker now. Here's what he said. What do you think of that? And then, indirectly, he's providing a little motivation for you to go win another Super Bowl, which would make him even more, considered even more better than you, because now he has 2. So he doesn't want to do that. He'd rather give the support to him and maybe irritate Aaron Rodgers a little bit and say, I'm with you. You're going to win it this time. You know I don't like you that much, but still, I'm with you now, and now be an irritant rather than a motivational factor.
It's
really twisted.
This is my man here. Of course he's in my camp. And plus, the facts speak for themselves. We all know that Brett Favre, the ultimate prima donna that he was in the latter part of his career. I mean, let me tell you something. And this is not Brett Favre's fault. I blame the media for this. I blame this network for this. I blame a whole bunch of networks for what I'm about to say. Brett Favre, literally, this is not an exaggeration. I swear to you, this is not, it is not an exaggeration. I do not engage in hyperbole until I tell you so. Here's the deal. Brett Favre literally trips over somebody and throws something underhanded. And we got Sports Center. Oh, look at him trip over his defensive lineman.
He's drawing up plays in the dirt.
Look at him. Look at him drawing plays for the dirt. Oh, look at him throw that ball in there. Oh, look at him jump into the arms of his offensive lineman. It's the little kid in him. He's never let it go. I mean, this is what I had to watch this stuff for the last 5 years of Brett Favre's career. And now that he's gone, and he's been gone for a while, doing his Wrangler jeans commercials and beyond, here's the deal. Aaron Rodgers has established that he ain't throwing 336 interceptions in his career. And he's not going to lead the league in interceptions 3 times in his career because he is Aaron Rodgers and he is not he is not Brett Favre. Don't tell me that Brett Favre wants this man to win a second Super Bowl title. I don't believe it. I think he's
I've never seen a love affair like the media had with Favre.
Absolutely.
Toward the end, when he was sometimes costing his team because he was being a little reckless.
Until he kept retiring, then it got annoying.
Going against Brett Favre late in his career, the game plan was this: just play consistent defense. He's going to give you a chance 3 or 4 times a game. You don't go into a game with Aaron Rodgers and think that. You just don't. You think you got to play tight. Hopefully you get your hand on a ball. I mean, he's not going to give you those chances that Brett Favre gave you. So, I mean, I'm sure Brett Favre's back there thinking, that old running around thing that he did, I did that 20 years ago, and I did it a lot better. It's hard for some players to come to the fact that someone is faster, someone is better, someone looking at players like a Hightower and a Mayo. Those guys are good linebackers at the New England Patriots. They're a little better than me. It's possible. It's very possible, and they probably are. But it takes humility to realize that. But to play mind games if he's doing them now and saying, I'm with you, but I'm really not, and I think I'm actually better than you.
I'm the only one who believes he really thinks the Packers
when we have a multiple-time champion who played the game corroborating what it seems like. Isn't that nice when you see something like this? You go, you know what's going on? That's what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, but
it happens all the time. You rarely do it from the retired seat. I mean, still trying to do that and sort of putting a little bit of a mind game on your quarterback that I'm with you and you know he don't like you. But, hey, if you want it, you know I said you were winning and now we're friends again. But if you don't, I was with you.
He's jinxing him.
I was with you.
He's jinxing him because, as you said, Aaron Rodgers is better than Brett Favre. Period.
He said it right here.